Okay. Once again, welcome, come well. Am I as I am, as you are? Today we're going to touch upon what you know as glamour or glorify or Maya or the illusion that's around us, including me. What is this illusion aspect? What am I pertaining to when I say illusion? Well, let's just dive immediately into it. I guess we can take it from here, right? Okay. The illusion or glamorizing things around you. One thing you have to understand is this whole thing is an illusion, including your life is an illusion, or your experience is an illusion. Your existence is the most official thing, which has nothing to do with an illusion. But your experience, your physical and human experience, is the illusion which I'm pertaining to. Okay, so let's dive a little more deeper into this, understanding what I'm talking about, what I'm touching upon. Okay, well, let's go into it. I guess you know how it goes. First lines, first doorway. It's not too many doorways, only a few. We're gonna go doorway by doorway by doorway by doorway until we complete this video session of what is Maya, what is illusion, what is glamorizing something. Okay. First doorway is your version or concept of success. What you call success is just A, being able to live around your choice of nature or natural scenery or natural environment or natural atmosphere. B, space and comfort in a secure shelter. C, access to the finest fabric or natural fabric. Okay. D, freedom to travel, migrate, and move. D, unlimited access to purchase, trade, and sell. Unlimited access to do whatever you want to do. Purchase anything you want, trade anything you want, sell anything you want. Okay? E, unlimited access to your personal choice of natural food. F, unlimited space and area around you and your residence. Unlimited space around you and your residence where you live at. Okay, so I guess we could take it one by one again. Start from A. A was being able to live around your choice of nature or your natural scenery, whatever you choose to want to live around. You have to understand that at one time we lived wherever we chose to live freely with no restriction. So, in other words, how can being able to live around your choice of nature or your choice of natural scenery in this whole reality be of some point of success? You're supposed to. At one time we did that, which is what you call, I guess, living rogue or being nomadic, a nomadic society, where we come into a certain area, we create a civilization, and then we move and navigate from that civilization which we created onto a whole nother place or a whole nother location of living. You were able to do that freely, but you being able to live around your choice of nature or natural scenery, being able to, dealing with money, finance, this is what you call a point of success. But we actually did that naturally with no problem, with no restrictions at one point. And that's how it should naturally be, shouldn't it? I mean, you appeared here, shouldn't it be just a natural thing for you to live wherever you want to live, around natural scenery, natural area, natural environment? How is it the point of your success? Okay, let's move on to B. B, space and comfort in a secure shelter. At one time, we walked right into our own fields of nature and gathered our own natural materials of nature and built our own homes with our own hands and skill with no restriction. That means no having a permit to build here, no making sure it's okay with the state and the government to build wherever you want to build your home on your own land mass, trying to buy land or buy acres or buy space. There was no such thing as that, according to ancient record. So how can this be a point of your success? What is success? But you call this success. Being able to buy your own land and your own acre and build your home on top of it whenever you feel like you, whatever you choose, whatever acre or land you choose to build your home on, because you have some kind of finance or money and you being able to do it. So you feel good now. But this was once free. That had nothing to do with money at all. You just had to be native to the land, probably. People just had to know you or know of you or be related to you. Yeah? But this is your definition of success. C, access to finest fabric or natural fabric. At one time, we walked right into our own fields and area and picked our own materials of nature and designed our own clothing with no restrictions. Sometimes we had the wives do it, sometimes we had the kids do it, sometimes even we dived into it and did it on our own. They have machines that were built by hand, sticks and wood, that actually start to, it yarns things. It what you call that word? Can't think of it right now, but it makes it knitting, it makes it yarning. It sews things together. And it's a machine they use their foot, and they're doing something while they're doing with their foot. And this is ancient. These are very old machines, old technologies that we use to create our own yarn, to create our own clothing, to put together whatever colors, shapes, and things of that nature together to create a certain kind of look on the clothing that we wore. And we did this freely. This wasn't a point of success to wear your own natural fabric and the finest fabric. Your finest fabric is just rich fabric. Rich fabric is just natural fabric from the ground. It's cotton, silk, whatever we found around our landmass that we were able to pull and manipulate to a certain degree to create a certain kind of mass of it. And we're able to create a clothing, what we call a clothing. So this wasn't nothing amazing or brilliant or a point of your success. This is a natural thing to do. It's not nothing out of the box. This is very much in the box, okay, of your way of life, of your way of living, and existing, and having experienced this human reality. Okay, let's go to the next one. Freedom to travel, migrate, and move whenever you chose to. At one time, we were freely able to walk, run, move, migrate, and travel anywhere we wanted to with no problem or restrictions or boundaries. But you being able to do this now, you call this a form of success or accomplishment, in that you have a passport, an ID, and these borders are that create boundaries between one state and another, one country and another, one place from another that has this boundary. You're able to have a certain kind of card of identification or a passport to passports to get into the other side, which a boundary was created for you to get to that other side. But you call this a form of success or accomplishment, and you celebrate it. But this is something you should naturally be able to do with no problem, no restrictions. But you feel good knowing that you're able to cross a boundary when there was no boundary there at one point to begin with at all. But something created was an identification or a passport, and you got it, and you think that you're doing something. Okay, cool. The next doorway is unlimited access to purchase, trade, and sell. At one time, we walked into our own bushes, trees, and nature and picked what we wanted to eat and brought it back to our homes, to our families, with no restrictions. But now that you have your home, you have a shelter, you have a passport, identification, you're able to travel, move, and migrate with this card that you also purchased to have to get from one place to another. You now feel good that you actually have that. You accomplished something. You're a success right now. You feel good. You feel great. You have a purpose. Why should you not be able to pick your own food that you want to eat, your own natural food, what they call now organic? Why should you not be able to pick it? Why should you not be able to find it on your own and get it and bring it back home? Why are you stopped now from growing a garden in your backyard? Why do you have to have a permit to grow a garden in your backyard? But you feel good about it. You're a success. Now that you're able to do that. Okay, cool. And last but not least, is unlimited space and area around you and your residence, being able to have unlimited space and area around you and your residence. At one time, we were always surrounded by nothing but space and agriculture and nature and animals, and were able to run and play anywhere we wanted to within our residence and our area of living with no restrictions. There was no right to do this. You had to have this to do that. There was no such thing. So if you feel good that you're able to do this now, I have a card, I have the right, or I have a permit or permission to do these things around your house, your residence, your area, being able to gather your own food, being able to be in comfort in your own shelter of your choice and your choosing, buying land, buying acre. Understand that none of this is really any kind of point of success or accomplishment. You're supposed to have these things for free, naturally. But being that I guess. In other words, it's like my question is, aren't all these things just regular? What is so great or good or accomplished or successful about doing these things or having access to these things? Of being able to do this, of being able to do that, of being able to live this way, of being able to eat that, or go here or go there. What's so great about it? What's so wonderful about it? I mean, to live a divine, God giving, regular life, isn't that natural? Why are we celebrating doing something regular? Why are we celebrating being something natural? Can anybody explain this to me? Mm. See, you only think all these things are a symbol of success only because all these things were taken away from you. That's it. If you want to be realistic about it. If not, then go live a fairy tale. See, all these things like being able to live around your choice of nature or natural scenery that was taken from you. You did something to get to that point. Now you feel successful, accomplished. Things like space and comfort in a secure shelter that was taken from you, but you did something to make that happen for you in the space that you're in. Now you feel successful. You have accomplished something. Things like access to finest fabric or natural fabric, something natural fabric, access to it, which was right around you, all around you, at all times, every time, all year round. That's something that is regular and natural. And what is so great or fantastic about having that now? You're supposed to have that. That is your own, that's your divine God given right to have that, to possess that. How is it a form of your success or you've accomplished something? I'm just asking. Freedom to travel, migrate, and move. Don't you have legs? Isn't this a plane or place of existence where there's plenty of places to go to all around, everywhere? But now you're able to do that, like I said, with an ID identification card and passport and airplane, cars, but you have to pay gas, pay insurance as well to move, migrate, and travel. But you've now got the right to do that and the permission to do that, so you feel successful and accomplished. Like you've done something that was amazing or something that was supernatural. Really? Good. Um, Unlimited access to purchase, trade, and sell. See, being that we're tribal individuals, indigenous individuals, we've always had access to certain things that grew on our land, within our land, under our land, that we, other people found a certain kind of value, and we were able to dig up, possess, and trade and sell with other tribes or other indigenous people. It was natural. We didn't have to buy it. We didn't have to hold it for a long time, wait for the value to get up after a few years, and then sell it to somebody after the value reaches a certain mark, which is according to certain books, which we didn't write. But we say it's now of a certain kind of value because we held it for about 10 to 20 years to 15 years to 5 years. And now I can trade and sell it with people. Because in the books, it's written that it's of a higher value now because I've held it for so long. No, we just dug in the ground, got what we wanted. Others seen a certain kind of value or what they might have needed, and we traded and we sold things. There really was no form of purchase. But now that you have money, credit card, certain finances, financially established, you're able to now purchase, trade, and sell and have some kind of reputation as this individual, this human individual, which doesn't really exist at all any damn way. Okay, cool. If it makes sense to you, doesn't mean it makes sense to me. But it makes sense to you, and I'm okay with that. Let's go to the next one. Unlimited space and area around your residence. That is what land is. Land is nothing but space and area around your residence, which you created by your own hand and your own skill. But now you can pick and choose what house you want from a magazine, you know, from a magazine or anything that you want to pick and choose from. Now you can pick and choose it at your price because now you are considered rich or wealthy at a certain point. You can pick whatever you want. I want this house. I want to live in this place. I want to have that in there. I want to have that in there. When I live like this, I want to see that out my window, my front window, my left window, my right window, my back window. I want to have this many garages, this many things. It's fine. It's cool. It's no problem. But I'm saying don't hold that up. I'm saying I wouldn't recommend you hold that up as a point of your success or accomplishment because it's actually supposed to be free for you. Everything you attain and acquire is only things that you are claiming back to be yours to have access to what we know as freedom. Pure freedom to do whatever you want to do, get whatever you want to get, go wherever you want to go. As human individuals, we're very simple individuals. We're very simple things. We're not complicated, but we've become complicated. Okay? So, basically, like I told you before, you only think all these things are a symbol of your success because these very things were the things which were taken from you. So they're saying now we take it from you. You have to pay this, pay this, pay this. You have to do this, do this, and do this. You have to put on this act, and this act in order to get back what we taken from you. When we give it to you, now you're successful. You've accomplished something. You're important. And then you hold that on your chest. I am important. I mean something. I have a purpose. I am great. Wow, I feel good. Fine. Cool. Hope it makes sense to you. Okay. Let's move to the next doorway. You have been completely fooled, hit over the head, and bamboozled to think that all this crap acquired means that you're evolving as a people, improving as an individual, developing, doing better and doing great, successful, rich or wealthy, smart, brilliant, genius. I made it. I survived, accomplished, established, etc., etc., etc. Um, these are all titles and labels that title you and label you to this and that, to that and this, to make you feel good about doing nothing. And there's nothing that's being done is actually a doing of what's actually supposed to be normal and regular in life. If you think about it, if you just appear out of nowhere in reality, what you call your life, and everything around you is here, free access, things you can walk to, things you can go and grab if you want, grab out the ground, if you feel like it's free to you. The dirt is here. Right now, when I'm talking to you, I'm in the apartment. Underneath the apartment is foundation or cement foundation. Underneath that is grass and dirt, trees and leaves and nature. I have free access to get and gather and grab whatever I wanted because I have hands to do that. I have the natural freedom to do that. So shouldn't I be able to do whatever I want to do in this reality? If I appeared in the reality, shouldn't that reality be free to me? Or free access to me? It's supposed to be normal and regular. It's not an amazing thing to do. Shouldn't everything in that reality be of free access to me whenever desired or requested by me or put in action by me? Whatever it may be. Why is it something great that I'm doing? Question on my cranberry juice. Why am I doing something great about doing something regular? About doing something natural? About doing something that shouldn't even be a discussion on this video at all? But if you feel good about doing it, that means that you have fell into the ego. The ego only wants value. It wants to be important. If you feel value to yourself and important, you fall into the illusion. In other words, of understanding. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one. I don't want to make this video too much long or too long. The next doorway is the more physical things that accumulate around us and surround us all the way around, that surround us all the way around. That we build, mold, structure, and create a third dimension of things we can feel. It's just an example of diving deeper and deeper into the brain and the ego, leaving the mind and spirit abandoned, neglected, dead, and dormant to your perception, your reality. And what that does is it makes us more detached, or basically makes us more attached to physical things in this human experience and estranged from our spiritual nature, from the unphysical things, or the unphysical reality of our true existence. We create things, if you think about it, we create things from the brain, right? The brain is of the past. So in other words, something that's already done something that's already done. My question to you is, what's great about this? So you mold and create and build things from the brain, a physical, a thing of the past. You create things in front of you from the brain, in the knowledge. What's so great or so accomplishing about this? What's so successful about this? What's so great about you about doing this? It's just a form of your expression, your creation, in physical form of third dimension, which is the third dimensional entrapment, which we are entrapped within. So basically, it's like an old design. I'm creating something, an old design, derived from an older design. What's so wonderful or amazing or new about this? From this point, Our human behavior and mentality, from this point, our human behavior and mentality becomes greedy, jealous, lustful, envious, competitive, hateful, moralistic. In other words, more and more and more human. See, ultimately, all this stuff is just a distraction of your attention. And it's also an interference between you being with yourself and within yourself. These are all just so-called new and innovative things. But how can they be new and innovative things if they derive from an ancient being with an old mind and an old soul? What can be new here? What is actually considered new here? Something to think about. See, right now what's going on is this is an example of the mind is stuck in public expression. What do you mean by public expression? Fashion, media, music videos, social media, technology. Anything to make wherever you are private public. And that other beings see it and make you feel a sense of swarmed importance. Makes you feel valuable, makes you feel like, yo, I'm something, I'm important, I have a purpose. Uh, you know, so basically we're stuck in public expression rather than private impression. And private impression is spiritual understandings, your divine inheritance, and your mind. So we're stuck in public expression. I want him to see me. I want her to see me. I want them to see me. They should know about me. They should know who I am, what I did, how I lived, how I dress, what I eat, who I talk to, what I'm about, who I'm connected to, how much money I have. I want everybody to know that. And this is actually something which is private within you. But we made it. It's a private impression impressed upon our soul, our spirit, our own existence, our being. We've turned that into a public expression. We're looking for attention. We're looking for validation. We're looking for confirmation. I am real. I do exist. I am doing something great. I am about something. I am important. I am known. I am popular. I am, I am, I am, I am. Validate this physical reality. Validate this third density. Validate my third dimensional existence and experience. Please, please, please. Know me, remember me, see me, hear me, feel me. Know that I exist. This is what you're searching for. This is what you want. This third dimensional reality. You fiend for it. You thirst for it. You hunger for it. You want it. My question to you is, why? Just a question. Just curious. For what reason? But when you get it, how is that going to make you feel? What is that going to do for you? Did it make you greater? What is greater? Just a question that's what I'm asking. So let's move on to the next doorway. All this laptop I'm talking to you on, this computer screen that you see me on, all this is modern technology. All this modern technology, because we had ancient technology, which all this crap derived from. But all this modern technology is just a copy or mimicking of ancient technology. So, once again, what things here in this physical reality can actually be seen as new? In other words, it's just an illusional, exclusive expression of an inclusive self-reflection. So things that we reflected to ourselves, within ourselves, as ourselves, back upon ourselves, through mind and awareness and consciousness and seeing where we're at and what reality, what the hell is going on here, what am I? All this self-reflection or inward self-reflection just became an outward, exclusive expression. It became an exclusive expression from that which was an inclusive self-reflection. So things that we have figured out and understood internally just became an external point of entertainment. But where have we gone? What have we ascended to? Where have we gone to a greater level of self? What change has actually happened? What transformation? Even transformation to transform into another is nothing but energy. But are we something, did we go beyond what we know as energy? Did we go beyond these things which the mind can't fathom to that point? And did we, just you being it, will be seen and will be known by others? You don't necessarily have to make it public. So even me talking to you right now on the screen, I'm just talking to you from inside of you. But to inform you or to remind you of yourself, to remind you is to rewind you. Like what I say with spirit, or anybody becomes spiritual, they say, I'm going beyond. I'm the beyond now. To understand what beyond is, it's not going forward. Beyond is actually a point of receding. That's spirituality. So if I'm reminding you, I'm rewinding you. And as I rewind you, these layers which you thought were you start to shed and fall and disappear. And what's left is actually you. So I'm only on this video to basically reach a mass amount of individuals at one point, at one time, to remind them and rewind them of their self. So hopefully this video will be a layer that will be shed off at some point of understanding, and will incorporate this into your reality. If you find this, what I'm saying or what I'm sharing with you, of any association to you. Okay. And the last doorway is having more to do and nothing to be makes it seem as if you're making progress in something. There's just more parties, events, celebrations, holidays, and social gatherings to attend. And that makes you think that you're doing something important. You're just going to more places, attending more places, doing more things, moving your legs, moving your arms, communicating, talking at different places, different areas, like I said, different events, different social gatherings, parties, etc., 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 etc. And it makes you feel all this doing that you're doing makes you feel like you're doing something important. It makes you feel like you're making progress. I'm going to the new school starting in the fall of 2000 and whatever. I'm going to this new job interview. Make sure I get that job. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go to the bookstore. I gotta go to the store. I gotta buy some food. I gotta buy some gas. I gotta drive here. I'm going to get my CDL. I'm going to get my motorcycle license. I'm going to my family's Thanksgiving holiday gathering. I'm going to celebrate this holiday. I'm going to this event. I'm going to that parade. I'm going here. I'm going here. Going here. Going. And the human body is meant for going and doing because that's what keeps this attention here. But all this going and doing, what are you being? Or when are you being? When are you making time to be? Because remember, this is a paradoxical reality, which means that one side validates another side. So if you're doing, that means that you're also being. But when are you actually acknowledging and putting your attention on what you're being? Is it of more time than what you're doing? Is it equal time of what you're doing or when you're doing? Or is your doing superseding your being? They should be on an equal level. And for some individuals that are aware and conscious, the being is more higher than the doing aspect of what they're living in their reality. Some can keep it balanced and still remain spiritual or aware. No matter how much they're doing, they know that they be and their being. It can always come back. It's always like this. It comes back. It's always like this. This never gets higher. This is the illusion. This is the true reality of your true nature, your true essence, and your true existence. This is the experience. This is the existence. So, I just wanted to touch upon this with you for a quick second, for a brief second. You can get back to your day. And, of course, you know how we end sessions. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Until next time, I'll keep you in vision. Am I as I am, as you are? 1, 0.